Welcome to another Splitgate 2 video, and today I wanted to take a look at the map Eden and talk about the portal routes that you can take around the map, as well as the power positions and the split ball nets, as well as the firecracker sites and how to get to each one. My goal is that by the end of this video you are knowledgeable on the routes that you can take around the map Eden, and this helps you play your games a little bit better. With all that said, let's get right into it. Okay, here we are on Eden. We are currently in gold doors. I've been sitting here for just like a couple minutes, so all the balls have already spawned. But I want to go ahead and get into the routes that you can take around the map right away. So the very first route that I'm going to teach you, the fastest route through the map, is a route going down mid, what we're going to call mid lane. And it goes like this. You're going to go off this wall there. When you come through, you want to go for this wall, and then immediately look in the direction towards the other side. You're going to see one is gold. That is gold spawn. One is purple. That is purple spawn. Okay. And then you're going to go off of this wall and then off of this back wall. And you are now at the split ball net of the enemy team. If we do that the other way, it's the same thing, just reversed. You just have to mirror the directions that you look in. This is the fastest way from one spawn to the other on this map. It only takes 1, 2, 3, 4 portals. That's it. So this is probably a route you're going to be spamming a lot as you play. However, it is pretty risky in the fact that it exposes you. A lot of people like to walk out of these doors here. This hallway, right? It was called gold hallway and purple hallway. People love to walk out of those doors. And so when you get to this wall here, you're very likely to run into enemies here. Okay. Now, it is important that you also understand the fact that this wall can only hold one portal, as you can see. So a lot of these routes through mid are going to come down to who can get their portal on there first, or who can get their portal on top of the other person, especially when a member of the enemy team is doing the same exact route as you. But this is the fastest route through. You can use this route to get steals. It's pretty quick. You can grab a ball and then just go straight. So you come out of there, grab a ball, go boom, 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 boom. Deposit a ball. And it's the fastest way through. So yeah, that is the route down mid lane. The second route I want to show you, and the second fastest route around the map, it goes down through the gardens, down this way. And it's actually pretty simple. It's pretty easy to tell where you're going because the portal walls are alternating on either side of you. And whenever that happens, you can look in one direction. You can just look straight ahead and strafe left and right out of your portal. This is called triple portaling. I have a more in-depth guide of it in my YouTube channel. I will link that down below. But this route looks like this. Portal here, portal there. Here's one. Then you're going to go to this wall here. I know when you step out, this one looks tempting. Don't do it. Go to this wall here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are now at the enemy spawn. As you can see, it takes one more portal. You could technically eliminate this one and make it a 4 portal route, but this one does put you a little bit closer. And if people are defending here, it also opens you up to portal back there to shoot them in the back. Get a nice split flank going on them. Okay. So once again, and from the other direction, we're going to go. We're starting here. We're going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And like I said, then you can portal back here to fight someone. You can portal here to fight some more and really confuse the enemies. That is the second fastest route on this map. It's not as straightforward as the mid the mid route, like you can only really see like the portal walls that you need when you're going down mid. When you're going around the garden, when you first step out, you're going to see this wall, and sometimes you just kind of put it on there and go. But you need to make sure that you don't do that and you go to here. This wall is pretty good because you also have access to this back here. So it's a little bit of a shortcut, but now you don't have an angle to get into the base. You're going to have to fight for this corner here. Okay. Anyways, so that is route number 2. The final route that you need to be aware of is a route that goes around the bottom of the map down there. It's officially called Garage. I call it the basement, but it is called Garage. In case you didn't know, when it comes to like the callouts for certain maps, underneath your radar, if you look right above my head, right here, it'll show you where you are standing within the map. Okay. So right now I'm currently in Expo, and you'll see as I go down there, it'll change to Garage. So the route that takes you through Garage goes like this. You're going to go off of this wall. Now, when you come across these portals that are, you see how it's high off the ground? You can actually step through and not fall out, as you can see here, right? There's a little bit of a lip where you can stand in it and you can portal from it. You just need to make sure you don't step out too far. If you step out too far, you will fall off. Okay, and then you won't be able to get back on like that, right? So you'll need to make sure that you only step out a little bit. Okay, just like this. As soon as you hear that audio cue, that choom, and you're on the other side, you can shoot your next portal. Okay. Now, when you get down here, you have your first fork in the road. It's actually off of this wall here. You can either go to this wall, or you can go to this wall and keep going around the outside towards the back of the enemy spawn, or you can go to this wall if you need to clear their window. Okay, it's a little risky, especially because as soon as you portal here, whichever enemy team is playing this angle here will see it and they'll start shooting at you. Okay, so keep that in mind. You only really want to do that if you know that there's nobody like just camping right here. A lot of people like to camp here and shoot up at bridge. So just keep that one in mind. Anyways, as you can see, if you come up here, then you have access to this back door. Now I want to make sure I show you something before I move on. All right, so here we are. We're on this wall here. If I put my portal that goes to this wall, if I put it back here to the right side of the wall, when I step through, I will not be able to see that back wall that we were talking about just a second ago. So you need to make sure your portal is on the leftmost side of this wall. Okay, does that make sense? All right, well, we're gonna step through, and now we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here. Okay. So once again, let's do it in reverse so that you can see it. 1, 2, and then we go to the wall directly across. 3, right? And there's that same wall, but for the gold side. Always as far now. If you're going to the gold side, you basically, the easiest way for you to remember this is you want to place your portal on this wall closest to the window. Okay, you want it as close to the window as possible. Then when you step through, you'll have access to this wall, this wall, this wall, this wall, and now you're through. Okay, at the other side. So that's one of the routes that goes around the garage side of the map. The other one goes like this. It goes around the backside. It's the same. You end up in the same place, but it does come from all the way around. You do get to clear stairs if you take this route, and make sure that there's nobody hiding back there. And you do get to clear when you're here. When you do make it to here, you do get to also shoot the guy, whoever's camping at window, you get to shoot them in the back. Okay? So let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, it's a longer route for portals, and it looks a little bit more confusing, especially when you get down into garage. Because when you get down here, there's so many walls you could go to. And so a lot of times some people will just end up going back the way they came. A good indicator to avoid that is if you see your portal, that's the way you came from. Okay. Whenever you see this portal indicator, that is the direction you just came from. So make sure you want to go. So if these are the stairs you just came from, you want to make sure you go up these stairs. And to open yourself up to go up these stairs, you want to go to this wall here. Okay. Now you're again at that fork in the road. Lastly, I want to talk about the power positions on the map. Obviously, top bridge is very powerful. It's high ground. You get to see a lot of angles. You get to see this angle. You get to look into their spawn. You get to see their hallway, right? You get to see their window, their spawn, their hallway. You are able to shoot into every angle from up here. Now, that also means that you are exposed to every angle from up here. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot of cover to work with up here. The best places to take cover are back here if you're shooting in this direction. But you just have to, again, be aware of everywhere that they could shoot you from. Back here if you're shooting from this direction. Or like you could possibly play this rock as a little head glitch to fight whoever's at the window over there, but it's really not great. There's just not a whole lot of cover up here, and that's purposely so. It's a very powerful position. If you manage to hold down bridge, you will have control over several objectives. First of all, you have easy access into their spawn because you do have this portal that you can do. It's a very quick 1, 2, I'm in their spawn. Easy peasy, right? You also have oversight over the firecracker point that spawns here, and the hot zone that spawns here, and the hot zone that spawns here. You see, so it's a position with access to many objectives around the map, but it is very exposed, and it's purposely made that way to kind of give it a little bit of balance. When you do come here from your spawn, this again is a single portal wall, so your friends are not going to be able to accompany you unless they walk through your portal. And you can let them know, hey, I'm going top bridge, follow me through my portal. And, if they're wanting to play to win the game, they will follow you a lot of the times. And maybe you can then spread out and take these sort of angles to fight in, okay? But remember, this whole run here, you are exposed, so just be very careful. It's actually safer to just go there and there. And now I'm up here again. I'm up on bridge again, but I'm by a portal wall. And I never ran through this space, right? That leads me to my next point. When it comes to positioning on this map, I'm actually, you know what? Let me correct myself. Positioning on every map in Splitgate 2. There's two things I want you to keep in mind. Cover is good, right? Cover is very good. In every FPS game, cover is really, really strong. Playing behind here, you can jiggle. If you have a deadbolt especially, you can jiggle, shoot, get back into cover, heal up. Jiggle, shoot, get back into cover, heal up. Jiggle, shoot, get back into cover, heal up, right? So cover is good. But specifically in Splitgate 2, having a portal wall next to you is always better. Always better, no matter what. Because if I'm here and someone challenges me, they want to fight me, they peek this angle or they peek that angle, I'm gone. That's it. If I'm here and someone peeks me here, like let's say they swing this corner and they want to fight me here, now I'm next to them and they were standing right here. They now need to make this turn to fight me again. And again, since I'm standing by a portal wall, guess what I can do? When they finally turn to look at me, I can go like this. And now, once again, I'm behind them. So, cover is important. Yes, and playing cover is always good whenever it's available. But playing portal walls is always going to be best. So that's something to always, always, always remember when you're playing Splitgate. and you're moving around these maps is that having access to walls and standing nearby walls is always going to be the best position you could possibly play, even if it feels like you're out in the open, right? Because here, I don't have cover, and these maps are purposely designed, meticulously designed, actually. I've gone through every single map in this game and found this founding principle. I don't have cover from anything here. I'm out in the open, right? I can get shot from there. I have a little bit of cover here from this angle, but whoever swings this corner is going to shoot me here, right? But I'm so exposed because I'm currently holding such a powerful position to move around in, right? And get around the map so fast and confuse your enemies that way. Besides top of bridge, this area down here is a pretty good arena. If you're quick with your portals, you can actually get some really good fights going here because you have so many options as to where you can go, and always stay behind your enemy. It's not necessarily a power position, but it's a position that gives you a lot of options, as well as if you eventually decide you want to rotate out towards an objective. Let's say I want to go towards their base. Once again, I can decide to go this way, right? And if I want to get back down there, then I go like this, right? And let's say I want to go up towards window instead of upstairs. Then I go here. I'm in window. And I'm back at my spawn. So there's a lot of options as to how you can rotate down there. Basically, I'm telling you, these maps are so meticulously designed. Anytime you see a portal wall, there's a purpose to it. It opens access to something around the map. I can go from window to window. That's pretty cool, right? From window portal to window portal, that's a really fast rotation, right? So this is where you need to let your skill expression show. This is where you need to let your creativity kind of take place and understand that, like, routes are good, right? I just showed you 3 routes to get around the map, but you thinking with your portals is always going to be the best thing you can do, because there are times where you won't be able to take routes. People are going to try to fight you off of them, or they're going to have an angle held down really well. And so you need to figure out other ways to solve that puzzle. Obviously, lastly, I do have to talk about these jump portals that are on the outskirts of the garden here. Each one sends you to a spawn, right? So this one sends you towards purple spawn. And then this one sends you towards gold spawn. As you can see, it's cool, it's fun. However, you do expose yourself to a lot of angles. It's a high risk, high reward kind of play, right? Honestly, if you're carrying a split ball, it's just a high risk play. There's no real benefit to them. I guess the one thing that you can say is that if somebody shoots you here and you die, when the split ball flies out of your hand, you might be able to dunk it, right? Like if you angled yourself correctly before going through. So let's say this is in the enemy net. Right? And let's say I steal it and I go and I die. So the split ball goes flying. That may or may not go in. It didn't. But, you know, maybe there's a teammate here that can catch it. You can angle yourself in ways that, like, you can shoot a 3, right? But it's not the best route around the map. It is much safer. It is much safer to just take these other routes that I've shown you, because you always have access to portal walls and to ultimate movement around the map, rather than being in a predictable flying arc. Anybody with, 1 hour of first person shooter video game experience is going to just beam you out of the sky when you're flying through like that, unless you're going really, really fast, in which case, hey, if that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. That's the cool thing about Splitgate. movement and the freedom of movement. It's all up to you and however you want to do it. Okay. So that about covers the map Eden, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you enjoyed it and you liked it. Let me know if you want me to make more guides around all of the maps in Splitgate. I'd love to break down the arena maps and figure out routes with you guys. If you have any route that I didn't cover in this map, let me know down below. If you think my routes are silly, let me know down below. It's all, I'm excited to talk to every single one of you. I've seen a lot of growth in the YouTube channel recently, so we're on the road to 1,000 subs, and I'm really, really excited. So I hope to see you guys in the arena. Drop a like, subscribe, and also follow and subscribe on Twitch if you so please. It's twitch.tv/ChrisParvetMag. It's twitch.tv/ChrisParvisMagna. I'll leave the link down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.